the question you knew about, what gives you hope for the future?
I think it comes down to, in everyone there's good, right? Everyone has that good, and I just feel like I hope that, maybe when COVID's done, that like they'll go back to just being good and kind. I mean, I feel like that's been lost recently with everything going on in the world, but you know, in teaching, you see how awesome these kids are and how, they'll take risks, and like you watch them make these choices, like, standing up for what they believe in. I mean, whether I believe it or not doesn't matter, but the fact that they will stand up and believe in, and like, that's pretty cool. And so you hope, everyone complains, oh, the kids, because they're addicted to technology, which they are. But, you hope that these kids, you know, will be great leaders, because they, you see it often, and like, it, that's the rewarding part of teachers, like watching this growth and watching them like stand and have a voice, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm so happy I didn't grow up with a cell phone and the internet. I can't imagine the trouble I would have got myself into. They've definitely grown up in a different kind of challenge than I had to.
Right.
In some ways, I think how I grew up was more challenging in a different way.
Yeah.
But then it's interesting where how social media and all those things have changed. I'm hoping that there's somehow we come back together.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to, right? Because we all want the basics of life, that everyone is, like has the basic necessities of life. So, I mean, we have to come back to that at some point.
Yeah. And I think it takes more face-to-face kind of conversation. I think in general people, it's so easy to post something on Twitter or whatever and say a negative thing, and it's, you don't know the person. You're
right,
not gonna,
you can hide behind the screen.
Right. And face-to-face, I do think in general, across the board, people are generally good and want good and want and aren't looking to be a jerk.
Right.
Even though they might be in that road rage minute. I had a guy yelling at me because I rode my bicycle on the road.
Right.
It's like he's just mad in this moment. Something else is happening in his life, and I try to remind myself. But this podcast for me is my own little way of trying to get to know more people, get out, and then and share some positivity. I hope. Yeah. Like my stupid mustache, I gotta just tell you, it makes me laugh every time I see it in the mirror. That's the only reason I have it.
Yeah.
And I just started growing it. My girls will be like, "Dad, you look like a pedophile."
Oh no!
But that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like not taking life so seriously, and I think that's a great lesson for a lot of us to learn. And yeah, I know Kaylin. Yeah, there's so many things that they like. I grew up with all boys and body image and stuff, and it was so great when Kaylin kind of just I could see it happen in her where she's like, I'm gonna be who I want to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then she relaxed. Like life got easier. And,
right.
Yeah. I don't think I had a point with all this, but
okay.
Thank you so much for doing this. I really do appreciate this.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
I'm glad to hear that, because having at this point, as I'm reaching out to more people that I don't know, having somebody a reference. So Kaylin's been bugging me to get Mr. Veach on.
Yeah.
And I've never met him.
Yeah.
And I know and there's others that I don't know if you know Sam Manhart very well. So Sam and I have been swimming for years in the pool. We're both on the pool board, and he's such an elite swimmer.
Right.
Like, he's a different.
Yeah.
I was a very good swimmer, and Sam swims on top of the water. I swim in it. There's so many people I want to talk to, so it's kind of have a nice. I hope you really did.
Yeah, no, it's been fun.
Good. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
No problem.
We did 2 hours.
Oh, that's shocking. I was told Kaylin, I was like, it'll probably be like 30 minutes because I'm not very chatty.